Okay, everybody, apologize for that. We had a technical issue. The stream dropped. Had to get it back up and going again. Chris got the first rack off to break. Just talking to Steve to get up to date on it. He missed a straight in 7 ball, uncharacteristic of him, but he assures me he's going to shake that off and get ready to go. Another great break from Chris. Wow, this is definitely a solid looking opening shot. He's got a little bit of a positional issue, just a hair low on that one ball to make it really simple and easy, but I don't think there's going to be much of a trouble. He's going to roll this in, just come out the center table. He'll have that 4 on the side. The side's going to play pretty big with the 4 that close. He should be able to just cinch it in and leave himself an angle on the 5 ball so he can get back out for the 6, and then it's 6, 7, 8, 9. He's out. So roll this to center. He should be good. Yeah, nice positional shot here. He's definitely looking all right. All you're going to want to do now is just make sure that you pay attention to the angle you're going to need on that 5 to get out for the 6. A little extra distance. I probably would have just drawn back for the position there, but it looks like he's fairly straight on. And he should be able to just almost stop it there, bring it back an inch or two to be safe. Oh, he tried to force that one. I don't think he needed to do as much as he did there. This will bring Steve to the table. He's going to have an angle. He can see the 5 ball. Now, is he going to have to do anything to avoid crashing into the 6, or is he going to be able to get one rail and come back out to center? He's probably going to get on that left-hand side, but if he can just be somewhere short of the side pocket, he's probably going to have the angle he wants. Looks like he's setting up to draw this ball, so he obviously sees the full amount of the ball. Good stroke. A little spin, should kick out to the rail perfect. Little thin on the ball and a little too straight for the ball to really be able to do anything too dramatic, but I think Steve's just going to hit a little punch draw shot. Just remember what we said earlier about these pockets, guys. Make sure you get it in there deep if you're playing a punch. There you go, Steve. Good stroke there. Back to the 7 ball. Good angle. You can draw it. You can play it straight forward if he wants. I don't think that 8 in the side is really an option here. I have a feeling Steve's going to want to develop it for a corner. Little stun. Yeah. Definitely not for the faint of heart, but a shot like this should not be an issue for Steve. He's going to have natural position on the 9. You can see he's playing a touch of inside just to take the side pocket out of play. And there it is there. Great shots from Steve. Great pace. Nice control. Laid himself in there looking pretty good. Just roll this 9 to the side. Forget he ever missed that 7 ball. Move on to the next rack and let's get her going. Good shot from Steve. The match is all level at 1, guys. We're looking forward to this match for a while. Steve's having a fantastic tournament. Every time I look up, he's either hammering somebody or he's in a grind of a match, and he's really handled himself really well all tournament. He's definitely a guy we've been watching to see, statistically, if he's going to be one of the next moving over into the AAA class and taking him out of the amateurs. A win today would definitely help his stats and his math. And we've been reporting all of our events to Fargo while Matthew Charlebois works on his one stat solution, which will be the handicap and the whole platform that we run the ABQ on. Is once Matt gets all the data that he needs to be accurate, and then we're going to be looking forward to showing everybody what one stat can do. In the meantime, talking about what can somebody do, let's have a watch and see how Steve gets off on the break. Wing ball didn't drop. He's going to have a great look at that 1 ball. 2-5 over the corner, but he didn't secure the wing ball. All right, guys, so Chris has just slid over to his cue case, looking for his extension. Chris and I were talking outside about how good he plays with the rest. He says, I'm a short little guy that used to play snooker. I'm pretty comfortable with the rest. Doesn't surprise me that he's also carrying an extension around. Okay, let's see what happens here. I mean, it's definitely not really going to ever be an issue with regards to being able to get a shot on the 2-5. But now that he's on this high side, if he was on the low side, he could roll the 2 into the 5 and leave the 2 right there. Now he's in a position where he's going to be really thin if he tries to cut the combination. Hard to control the cue ball. Don't touch that 8. It's all ball fouls. He's made it. Cue ball got lost a little bit, and I think he's going to come away with a shot. But this is definitely not for the faint of heart. You know, he's going to be playing this with top. If he makes this ball in the corner pocket, the cue ball should glance off the side of the 8, move down towards the 3. But it's going to be doing that on the same angle as the dead scratch, so you really can't get too heavy on this stroke, or you take a chance of scratching. But if you hit it too light, you're going to be way out of position on the 3. Looks like he elected to just go with a safety opportunity, but not quite what he was looking for, because Steve definitely has an opportunity here. Roll that 2 ball in. I'd be getting a little bit of a low angle on that 3 so that I can go off one rail and come back out. But Steve might even like to draw this buck back past the 7, 2 rails forward. It's a real advantage being a lefty on this shot. Steve can do just about anything he wants to get through this 2 ball. There's the 1. Just don't be straight. Oh, perfect shot. Really good position there. He's got a nice angle. Don't touch of outside siding. Come right back out to center. As long as he can clear that 9 ball, he's going to have a good look at that 4 on the side. Well done. Does he need that to settle down? That 6 going to come into play? No, settled in pretty good. Nice overhead there. He's got a great angle. 4 on the side. Doesn't have to do much to the cue ball. He's right on the position for the 6 that he's going to need. Now here's the critical. Transfer from 6 to 7. I don't really think he wants to play this 8 on the side. I'd probably be looking for it in the corners, one of the corners. The question is, does he want to go high on the 7 or stay close to the rail? Reluctant to stay closer to the rail, so he's got the 1 rail direct at it, which tells me he could get aggressive and go 2 rails around the 8 to go back into that top right corner. But I'd be surprised if he doesn't play for this up in the other corner pocket. Be a stop shot there. Well, he's going to 2 around it. Let's see if he gets there. Good speed control from Steve. Definitely easy to see why he won the last match 7-0. He is hitting the ball really solid. Dead stop shot. Oh yeah, perfect space, perfect pace. Steve is definitely going to be a lot for Chris to handle today. He keeps rolling the ball in like this. There it is. 2-1. The Q Master, Steve Watton. Steve came dry that last break. Hopefully he can recalculate, make sure he's got everything racked up square, solid, make that wing ball. All right, Steve figured out the wing ball there. Is that 6 ball going to stay in the play? A little tough to tell. Looks like he's got an edge on it. Not entirely sure he's going to be able to pocket this 1 ball, though. This would be tough. Thin like this, he's going to have to bank it. 2-3 rails to get it down by the 3, try to keep the cue ball underneath the 6 ball. But that's a pretty difficult shot with how hard you're hitting that ball to get it all the way up table. That's pretty difficult. He may be thinning this, trying to spin the cue ball towards the 8. Yep, there's the 2-3 rail shot I was telling about. But I think he got to hit it pretty good. I think the edge is on. He's got to look at it. Chris is lining it up like he can see the combination. It's a good effort. Not entirely sure that angle was ever going to be on, though, but I think he's going to get away with it. He's left Steve an edge on the 1. Challenging shot, though. The natural Caroline is going to bring you down towards the corner pocket. If you can catch it about halfway up the 1 ball, you should be able to get it out past the 8 ball and leave a block. Oh, he had to kick. My eyes are getting old. I thought he had that edge of the ball. Chris looks like he wants to run that cue ball up table, put the 1 ball behind the 2, to the cue ball up by the 6. Good shot. That was a really solid shot from Steve. Bridged over the ball. Come out. He's got good angle on the 2 ball. Should be able to play this with a touch of outside. Spin it off the rail. Come back out to center. Have a look at the 3. Good stroke there. I want to be two straight. I still like Steve's chances here, but if that 5 hadn't been pushed to the rail, his out was pretty much guaranteed because he'd be having a ball hanging in the pocket, letting him slide over and get on that 6 ball. Now he's going to have to play a tough shot up past the side horns. Good stroke there. All right, there's the tester. Clean stroke. Got to keep it along that rail. Can't let it get too wide or the pocket will jaw it. I don't expect he's going to play this with much pace, so touch of inside. Smooth high. Just let the cue ball chase down. Good stroke, Steve. Should be able to play the 6 on the side. Move the cue ball forward for the 7 in the same pocket. Nice shot there from Chris. A little back cut on the 7 ball. The way he's been hitting it, I expect him to go the 2 rails, maybe even 3. Probably 2 solid rails back for the 8 in the same side pocket. Stop shot for the 9 in the corner. Yeah, he went for 3, really free himself up. A little bit on the backside of the 8 ball. He would have preferred to be a little lower. He might be able to play this one straight through. Just run it through with a touch of inside, come back out to center table. There's a good shot from Chris, and the scores are level at 2-all. All right, guys, with that, it's all level 2-2. Really waiting for these guys to figure out the measure of their breaks so that they can give themselves a good position on the 1 to get out. Chris hammers the 8 ball in. He's going to have a look at that 1 ball. It's going to be not going to be a super easy shot, but fortunately, if he just floats it through, he should leave himself something on the 2. Just going to come down to how aggressive you want to play this. If you roll it in, you're probably playing the 2 to the pocket that Chris is standing at now. If you hit it with some pace, you should be able to get it out far enough to be able to play the 2 up in the other corner. But cueing from the rail from this distance, this range, I probably think he's going to just cinch it in there and roll it in. Oh, he elected to go with the safety. That's not going to really work for him. The double kiss is definitely giving Steve a chance. It's tight in the side. I think he's got to look at it. Definitely think he can even graze the right side of the three. Should still pocket that one ball as long as he doesn't hit it too hard. Little full on it. I think the one's past the corner just enough that he can still take a swing at this without having to worry about the scratch. Solid effort, but just caught a piece of that rail. These rails push that ball out just enough that those wide pockets will not take it. Steve's got some angle here. I'd be surprised though if he doesn't try to maybe draw around the three, leave it there for the corner, or if he's going to try to punch it, stay flat, come back for the two on the side. Yeah, punched it a bit, come back for flat on the side. It's a good shot. Be a little bit careful here. You might roll through and try to leave yourself straight in on the three ball. The angle to be able to draw back on the four is going to be critical. Great shot there. Controlled that very, very well. Like I was saying in the Robin and Christian match, sometimes going to the bottom rail, knowing your tangent lines, pushing the ball, bringing it back to the target line. Steve made sure to leave himself on the line that he needed so that he's drawing it back on the right path. Good stroke there. And he's dropped himself dead in line for the four. It's almost stop shot central from here. Real solid stroke from Steve there. Pure right up the rail. He's in a nice position now. He's got the angle. Looks like he's going to be drawing it back. Probably one rail out to the line. Ooh. I'm a little excited on that stroke. Yeah, you just said brain fart. Yeah, definitely. The 7 ball seems to be the one that's getting him today. Good shot from Chris. He's a little bit awkward here, though. He's a little bit awkward. He's kind of going to the top right corner. Right there. Good shot for Chris there. All right, here we are, guys. Chris getting ready to break off. A little fortunate on the bad miss from Steve. He finds himself 3-2. Another very heavy break. He's got a good look at the 2, but unfortunately that 5 ball has found its way to marry up against the 9 ball. Steve's maybe getting a chance at the table here, but see what Chris decides to do. He may elect to go into it right now. If he pockets that 2 on the side, he's got the option. He can go one rail and off the back and into the 9-5, or he can try to draw straight into it. He may elect to just try to get a really good position on the 3 ball, play the breakout, and leave himself the 4. Tried to go at it right away. Fortunately for him, he missed both the shot and the breakout, and he's left Steve challenging on the 2. I don't think he's going to have much to look at here. Steve's done well to make that contact and avoid touching the 5-9. You know, if you're going to make sure if you bring your opponent back to the table, you're not giving him any freebies. By keeping that together, he still keeps the same problem that Chris was trying to deal with in the first opening shot. Okay, we don't want this on the rail. Do not want this on the rail. It's going to be very difficult to do much with the cue ball here. Frozen right on that rail. It would be difficult to put any real spin on this and not miss the ball like that. You know, when you try to put that much side from that side pocket rail, easy to have that cue ball slide. Now, I really don't see Steve taking this ball on. There's really nothing in it for him. He's going to be moving the cue ball. You know, if he takes the cut on into the right-hand corner as we're looking, scratch is an option. And if he goes the other corner, the scratch is still also an option, but he's got no chance of breaking out this 5 right now. And if he does, he's got a shot in the bag that I haven't seen yet. And that would only leave you the breakout on the 4 ball, and a miss there would leave you in trouble. So I would expect to see Steve's going to play this off the right side of the 3 balls. We're looking, bank it to the bottom, and try to put the cue ball 3 rails back behind that 7 ball. He did try to take it on. Not sure if there's much on this angle that Chris is able to do either. Both guys playing very aggressive. Shot from Chris. Not sure there's a whole lot you can do with this. He may be on an angle that he can avoid foul and push this in the side pocket, but I really don't see an angle that he could get away with doing anything special with it. It'd be difficult to get that from all the way there, all the way into the 5. Good cut. Yeah. Kind of a shot to nothing because even if you give yourself the bank on the 5, that's no joke. That's no gimme. The 9 ball right there, if your position wasn't perfect, you're trapping yourself on the wrong side of the 7. Steve's in a position here where I think he's just going to play off the side of the 4 ball. You know, medium firm but thin is going to leave that. Move the 9 out of the way. Try to track the cue ball. You know, try to put it down behind the 7 ball would be ideal. shot. Gonna leave some distance on this shot. Didn't open up the 5-9. He has given Chris a shot, but this is not an easy shot. Great pot. Now you got to make some decisions here. Play the cross side here, but that's going to be so difficult. It's not the easiest bank in the world. You're going into the 9. He may play. He may be calling the 9. He may call the 9 and play the carom in the corner. We'll have to wait and see. Yep, he's definitely playing the 9 in the corner. And I'm going to be right back. I got a ref. That's the hardest I've had to work today, folks. But he made it easy on me. I love it. Great shot there from Chris. He takes a 4-2 lead. And Chris has called his 5-minute timeout. He's just going to run off to the restroom real quick, guys. We're going to take a break. We'll be right back.